Well, we've come down to Palmanova. It's evening time. It's just turned 6 o'clock. The sun's going down and it's getting a little bit more chilly. It's around about 15 degrees as we were coming down. We saw on the thermometer. So we're all wrapped up warm and we've still got our masks on. Today's Tuesday, and by Thursday the masks will no longer need to be worn in the streets. So that's the big news at the moment. We've still got Serena. She's just run off to the park with Luna, and she'll be going up and down the slides. So we'll be catching them up in a moment. So just along the way on Palmanova, we've got a little park, and Luna's certainly enjoying it. The pirate ship here. It's got a slide to come down as well. You're going to come down the slide? That was funny. Well, we finished playing in the park and we're just going to have a little walk along the front. So yes, the big news is that the government have decided that from Thursday we will no longer have to wearing masks when we walk around the street. Though they do encourage people to be prudent, and if you get into a crowded area, even if it's outdoors, you should put a mask on. So, I'm not sure how it's going to be policed. So it also applies to schools as well. So in the playgrounds, up until now, our children I teach, they arrive at school with the mask, and they have the mask on all day, all through the day. The only time they can take it off is to eat or drink. But from Thursday, they won't need to wear the mask in the something for Grandad. Thank you. So they won't need to wear the mask on the patio, on the playground. I'm sure that will be a great relief to the teachers as well as the children. The teachers having to enforce children who keep letting their masks slip down, and the children who are trying to play football wearing a mask. That will be a lot easier from Thursday. The other thing that's been causing a lot of concern over the past few weeks is families in England wanting to book their holidays here in Mallorca or anywhere else in Spain for that matter, and seeing that there is a law at the moment which says everyone entering from the UK has to be double vaccinated if they are 12 or above. And a lot of children, I think, in the UK are not double vaccinated at 12 or above, and that's going to cause a problem. And then some parents have realised that their children will be turning 12 just before they're supposed to be going on holiday, and they haven't been vaccinated, or they won't have had their second vaccination, and there is no other way at the moment. So the hoteliers here have been complaining to the government and saying, you've got to get this fixed, because we want to open our hotels to families, and at the moment a lot of families are just too scared to book. The feeling is, and what the press is saying, is that the rules will be changed. There's no certainty of that, but it looks as though they will be changed. And it's a noisy little push bike. I might have done that when I was a little boy. A little bit of cardboard in your wheel, make you sound like a real noisy machine. So yeah, so for the 12 and above, at the moment they've got to be double vaccinated, but there's a very good chance the rule will get changed at some point before then, hopefully sooner rather than later. We still have to use the COVID passport if we go into a restaurant or a bar to show that we've been double vaccinated. that rule is possibly going to change by the end of this month, by the end of February. That's what they're suggesting in the newspapers. Not been confirmed yet, but Baleares is one of the last of the provinces in Spain that's hanging on to this particular rule, and it seems as though in most places in Spain they got rid of it quite a while ago, but here we've hung on to it. So probably by the end of this month that will have gone and things will start to get back to normal. Now here we are in Palmanova. I don't know if you can see the sea, but it's quite rough today. There's quite a strong breeze coming in from the sea. Quite a strong breeze, and it's a cool breeze as well. So it said 15 degrees, but it feels quite a bit cooler than that. Loads of fun running along the front. Savannah is fast asleep.
Nope.
Oh no, she's wide awake. She was fast asleep, but didn't last long, did it?
There are lots of stars this one.
Oh yeah, we've got the murmurations. It's the time of year when we see the birds flying around, and we saw one spot which was incredibly long from our terrace. Just seen a few going over today. Just looking at the colour of the sky over there, it's actually quite nice and clear. It's a little bit cool. Somebody asked me to make a video in the evening just to show you what's open and what's closed, and a lot of things now are just closed up. There's not a lot of people around. It might be a little bit difficult to find somewhere to go out and early supper.
McDonald's?
Jim will agree with that. Well, maybe he won't, I don't know. He's one of the regular watchers here, particularly at the Palmanova, named Jim McDonald, and always make a little bit of fun with him about McDonald's. Not a place that I frequent.
It'll be open though.
It'll be open. Might be able to see across the road. There's a lot of work going on. So that's new as of this last year, this supermarket. And just next to it, there's been a lot of work going on there, still going on. Not actually sure what that's going to be. Somebody did say it was going to be another supermarket, but I think they may have been joking. People asking me what it's going to be like in March. Well, maybe in March, at least towards the end of March, things will actually start opening up. There's a big move. The hoteliers desperately want to have a 9-month season instead of a 6-month season, and that will mean opening a little bit earlier, closing a little bit later. That remains to be seen whether it actually happens. The bookings are supposed to be shooting up. But it's all a bit of a wait and see game, I think. I think I might have lost the family. Oh, here they come. We're in a still full of beans. We made a video yesterday of Serena growing up here in Mallorca, and some of the highlights of what it was like to grow up here. And at the end of it, we both said, oh, we forgot to say this or we forgot to say that. So do look out, there may be a part 2 to that story.
tenemos que ver. Porque vamos a ir al otro parque primero. ¿Por qué? Porque sí.
One of the bars that people were telling us that is still open is just down the road there, just past Itapa. See, they've got a TV on down there. So somewhere you need to go to a bar. That's one of the places you can go to. There are bars as well open in Son Caliu on the other side. One of the other great questions of the last 2 years has been the Hotel Tropico, which is just across the road here, and what's going on there? Well, at the moment, not a great deal. It's still closed up. And it's closed. And that's really to be expected. The cocktail bar, which is next to it, that's also been closed for a while. Again, only to be expected. I think I will just cross the road here and have a look a bit closer. If you look on the Calvia notice board, Philip Blackburn has over the past year been putting updates on what's opening, when it's opening, and lots of pictures. Great place to get all the up-to-date information, and he's regularly on the lookout. One of the pictures I remember was of the entrance to the hotel, which I believe is down here somewhere. Someone is going to have to come and do a little bit of pruning, because I don't think you can even get to the door. Right, so a little bit of work needs to be done there. I'll certainly keep you posted. Thermometer across the way there says 14 degrees, but the wind chill is certainly making it feel quite a lot cooler. Time now, it's 6:30. Spanish people wouldn't normally be eating there. Not many, if any, tourists there. What have you got there? Pine cone, yes, that's right. Now setting, and as the sun sets, it's obviously going to start getting quite a lot darker. This camera doesn't work terribly well in the dark, so I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be able to film for. But the sky's clear, the moon's out, right up above. About half a moon tonight.
Wow. Es chuli.
Still looking for somewhere to go, for something to eat. I'm not sure how lucky we're going to be.
The tobacconist.
So Anita thinks the El Tano is looking open. So we're going to head across the road and we're going to head across.
Park first.
Park first. I think Luna will have the park to herself at the moment. There's nobody else there. Actually open and serving food. People in there. And Luna's dashing off into the park. Only a few more days left they've got here in Mallorca, and then they'll be off back to England. We've come across to El Tano, which is just across the road from the park, the children's park. We have to wait a little bit because they don't start serving food till 7 o'clock. So we played a little bit longer in the park. Anita's got a wine, and Serena and I are both drinking shandies. They're very cold, but we're inside, and so it's nice and warm in here, so it should be fine. So Luna's starting with a pasta bolognese.
Should we take your scarf off as well?
Serena's ordered a gnocchi with sausages, and that's prepared in the cheese.
Right now.
So that will be covered in melted cheese, I guess.
Hopefully.
And it's prepared at the table. There's the gnocchi going out onto the plates with sausages and mushrooms, and it looks really tasty actually. I might fancy that myself.
Mine.
And that looks and it smells delicious.
We know what we're going to have now.
So Anita ordered ravioli. That looks a bit different. Hope you enjoy that, dear.
It does. Don't you manage this?
And Luna's doing well with her pasta.
She loves it.
And I've got a little quattro stagioni pizza. Buon provecho! Enjoy it! So someone asked me to record the bill. The total was $69.90. That included two large shandies, a zumo, which is the juice, Anita's wine, the tagliatelle, bolognese, gnocchi, and raviolis, and my pizza. Really good. Really enjoyed that. Very good. We've just had a lovely dinner at Il Tano. It's the second time we've been there. We've been impressed both times, and now we're going to head off to the car. It's all dark now. It's cold, and we've got to get the children to bed.
Go home and put the fire on.
Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.